Happy race day prep day. So today we're gonna do some maintenance on the YZ250 FX. So we need to install a fan on the radiator, and we also need to install a new pipe that I have in this bag. And when I went riding earlier this week, I had a flat tire. So I just changed the tube out, and it looks like they didn't wash my bike for me. Or maybe they rinsed it off. That was quite nice of them. They did. They rinsed it off. I'm gonna set you guys up, and we're gonna record our wrenching today. The pipe install. So first I started by taking off my number plates. Those plastics are held on by just a couple screws. I went ahead and took an electric drill and I screwed the screws out pretty straightforward. I didn't lose any bolts along the way, in case you were wondering. And what you'll see me doing here is putting the bolts back into the spots I got them from so I don't lose them. This is a tip that I learned from Jake and from my dad. Moving on to the bolts that the exhaust is being held on by. There's 3 of them, so I start by, I guess I started with the bottom one. Not sure why I started with the bottom one. Doesn't really matter. I started with the bottom one, and then I made my way up the pipe, and I kind of tugged on it to see if it was loose and if I was doing the right thing. Mind you, I did not watch any tutorials before I started doing this. This is the first time that I was doing this on my own. Okay, so majority of my bolts always vibrate out, so that's why I'm missing a couple. And I think I have to loosen this up so then this comes off. This is all like, I didn't watch a YouTube tutorial before I started doing this. Making sure that we don't lose the bolts. Alright, so loosen up my bolts here, and then I loosen this up, I slid it down, and the pipe is ready to be removed. You guys get to hear my dad in the background, but that's okay. I went ahead and I just started jiggling the pipe, and I pulled on it and it came right off. Smooth as butter. Alright, she's off. She's not even really bent. I don't think that's from me. She's in pretty good shape. Next, we're gonna take off these bushings, this rubber, and we're gonna put it on here. Hopefully it fits. I think it will. So I wiggled and I jiggled the pipe up until I decided that it fit together like a perfect puzzle. And then I added that, I don't know the terminology for that. Let's call it like a protector or something. I don't know. I put it back on, and it was just held on by 1 bolt. So that was pretty straightforward as well. I did struggle a little bit because it kept moving. Now it's going to be the real test. Oh, it's not worth it. Who says girls can't do things better? drying my hair. Sounds nice. And because I'm sure that people are going to point this out, no, this is not a brand new pipe, but it's a new to me pipe, and it's only got a little ding over here in the corner. I'll polish it, slap a new sticker on there, and it'll be as good as new. Now we got to figure out where the fan actually fits. I'm thinking over here, and these for bolts, but we'll find out in a sec. I got the plastic off, but now what I'm dealing with is when I put the fan up on my thing, my radiator, these two screws, they're fine, but I don't think I can get my screwdriver to that little tight spot up there. See what I'm showing you guys? So that means I'm pretty sure I have to unscrew this screw and possibly this screw right here. This would then go down and then I could fit my fan in there. I don't know, let's try it. Fits. So I didn't have to take the whole radiator apart, so that's good. Now I just got to slide it in and then screw it down. And I don't really know where this plugs into, but I'm gonna figure that out too. Dad's helping me out here. We just took the fan connector. There's a dummy connector over here that we took out, and that's where it plugs into.
Like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
And together this three of them.
Okay. We have done all the other work. We're gonna go to the anti-gravity battery. So we're switching the stock battery with the anti-gravity. Also a used battery that I'm putting into my bike. This is the anti-gravity battery that is lithium, and everybody else says it's like far superior than the stock battery. I've been having starting issues with this bike, and everybody says if you change out the battery, it'll be a lot better. So here you see a shot of my roots that need to get touched up, but also you see me kind of struggling with this plastic strap that holds the battery in. So there's like a little notch where I'm putting my hand right now, and I'm trying to find the notch where I can attach the strap to that will hold the actual battery in place. At this point, it's really better to have two people do this. Somebody holding the strap down once you get it, and then somebody else pulling on the strap to put over the battery. So I definitely say that 4 hands are necessary for this step, coming from an expert. And I hope everybody knows that I'm being very sarcastic. This is the first time I've replaced a battery. As most of you already know, dirt bike work, it requires engineering, and you gotta be on top of things. So here, you guys see us working with what we've got, and we had to make the connectors a little bit larger for the bolts because they were bigger. So yes, unfortunately, this part of the tutorial I did not do on my own, and my dad stepped in and helped me with the drilling aspect of this project. It probably would have not ended well if I were to done it, you know? Yeah, now we're straightening out like these like bent clasps on the connectors because those wouldn't fit around the new battery, but they fit perfectly around the old one. So we just straightened them out and then put them on the new one. And the last step of installing a battery into your YZ250FX is to tighten the bolts. And that's what is going on here. So you tighten them, and that's it.